Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day, day 2 of the unpacking, and I'll do a recap and all that kind of thing. Before I go any further, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. Ring the bell for a notification when I upload a video again, and yeah, stick around. This is going to be daily videos, preferably. Unpacking each of the Black Needle Society packages and a bit of a vlog or a catch-up or whatever the heck is on my brain to talk about. So, day 1, we got this. And if you haven't already seen the spoilers, I know. I'm going to be going through this each day. Tough. We got plush. We got this gorgeous mottled brown. It was intended to be a part of day 1, which is for the stamps. The kid is chattering. And I didn't have the box, so I couldn't wait, and started and did it on my Mystic Fabrics, which I showed you yesterday. Go back and check yesterday's. Okay, day 2 is the box. A box. 1 of 4 boxes. Oh, okay. It's smaller than I expected. I don't know why. I had expected something to fill the box. Well, it doesn't quite fill the box, but look. How cute is that? Our first Christmas ornament. Now, that's not to say that there's going to be all Christmas ornaments in here, but now, these could be used for orts. I don't know what the intention is. These springy things actually scare me a little bit. So I think you can pull these out. And I haven't watched Katie and Laura to see what they've done, but there is a ball, and you can use this to collect your orts for the year. So I could potentially hang this off my stitching light, and that means that it's right next to me, and I can put all my bits and pieces in it throughout the day, and I actually have an ornament on hand to store. Ooh, I've crimped a little bit. There we go. Okay, so it's back. I'm going to hang that off my light, and I'm going to put my orts, my little dregs and bits and pieces in this for my 2023 year. Thank you, girls, ladies. Now, I did scratch my card beforehand, but I haven't read it. I tried really hard not to read while I was scratching. An Ort Catcher ornament curated by the Black Needle Society. You won't forget this next year of stitching. Seal your orts inside this to create a custom keepsake ornament. I didn't scratch it off quite so brilliantly, but I actually have project orts that I've been a little bit slack on, to be honest, because they're so small. What I could do is actually go back through my stash and just grab snippets of each of my colors. But the intention was with the tiny, they're 15 mil or little baubles like these that you can get off AliExpress. And it depends on what size. I think maybe I've got a 20 and a 25. I've got a couple of variations. So depending on the size of your project, you can actually stick all your orts into there of a particular project. What I do with those afterwards, I actually haven't decided, but they're so tiny, I could, you know, dangle them off a garland or get some fairy lights and string them onto the fairy lights or something like that. So this will be going next to my light after I finish doing all of these, because unfortunately I'm going to be showing this for the next 25 days, and my orts might not get there. And if I put it next to my workstation on the couch, you're not going to see it again. So yeah, there's that. Okie dokie, that's day 1 and that's day 2. Day 3, I'm so glad these are numbered, is
Christmas tree.
Cheeky Christmas tree. So yeah, that's going to be tomorrow. I was going to say I have a vague idea what it is. I probably didn't guess what was in the thing. I did guess that it was an Ort kind of bauble thing, but I thought it was going to be a bigger one, just for the size of the box. That's the only reason why I thought it was going to be bigger, because it didn't feel like it was actually rattling around in a great big cavern of space. So something soft in this tomorrow, and I'll give you a lead in for day 4 tomorrow. I'll have to fossick in there. I can't remember what it was. Doesn't matter. It'll be photographed and I'll have it ready to go behind the scenes. What happened today? I don't know what happened today. I know I was up late. Well, I wasn't up late. I was falling asleep on the couch by 10 and it was actually really nice. You know, that you're in that kind of, oh, I'm so tired, I'm just going to curl up on the couch. And then it's like, yeah, but if I curl up on the couch and fall asleep, hubby is going to get grumpy with me and give out to me. But it's not like I couldn't pause my show on whatever streaming service I'm watching, Chicago PD. It's not like I couldn't have paused it and gone to bed when I was actually kind of, I'm getting tired. So I watched it, a show ended, and then it was like, okay, I'll drag myself off to bed. And I was still in bed 10ish, so it was pretty good. But yeah, I was tired yesterday. Have managed to hear back from the eye specialist, and I need to wait until next Wednesday when they're actually going to see what happens with the eye. I don't know if they'll actually treat it then or they'll just bounce me to another day for an actual procedure kind of thing. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so that's where I'm at with that, but it's just been weeping all day. Joys. Pretty uneventful. We went for a walk last night when it was still dusk, and we only got to see one wallaby. And this morning I went out to feed the cats and there was a wallaby along the fence line, or a patamelon or something big and bouncy. And it started to run and then it stopped. And when they stop, they kind of freeze and you don't see them because they just blend into whatever. And I tried looking because I'm keeping an eye out for the one that he's looking a bit old, bedraggled and not hopping quite as happily as the others do. So I'm trying to keep an eye out for this sick one because I'll take it to the vet if I can catch it. But if it's pretty fast, I'll just leave it, keep going, and just keep an eye on it. There's just going to be no way to catch it without stressing it otherwise. So I'm not going to chase it up and down the roads or anything. If it's fit enough to run, he can do its time. If he's old enough. I was in the shop today and I bought magazines. I actually need to do flick-throughs more often. I get kind of behind because I'm already behind being in Australia. But let me know, are flick-throughs of magazines something that you actually want to see, either on my channel or anyone's channel? I know it certainly highlights, and what I do normally is highlight the patterns, and then you can refer back to that magazine then at a later date. But I think I've got a stack of like 6 months worth of magazines at this stage, and it could be that I just kind of go, look, I've got these, okay, and I'll put chapters in and you can just zoom from one chapter to another, but it would highlight the key patterns throughout it, and you know, then at least you know, like one of them has a Forever Friends. Last year there was an Anne Stokes. I think there's another Anne Stokes coming out in one of the magazines. I didn't see it on the front cover today. And then there's the thing called Ultimate Cross Stitching. That was a but it's all kind of things that I suppose either help build my channel or it's not worth it. So please let me know. Answers on a postcard, please. They used to be the kind of thing that I'd get on like children's shows that I'd watch. And it was all UK based because it was BBC. And it was all like, answers on a postcard, please. And they'd put the answers into a big drum and they'd pull out the kid's answer. You know, because that's what we did when we were 12 and needing pen pals and stuff. Speaking of pen pals, if you haven't already signed up to Frogwarts, because this is the Black Needle Society box as well, if you haven't already signed up for Frogwarts, it may still be available on pre-sale, pre-order. So get in. And there is Owl Post, which is our version of pen pals, and you might find your new best buddy old pal that you can correspond with, or you might just do the Owl Post and just, I don't know, swap a hello and leave it at that. Up to you, as much as you want to correspond. But you'll see names that are familiar to you within the group, and you'll see great names that are familiar to you within the face-to-face chats. If you're not comfortable doing the face-to-face chats, then by all means turn your camera off. When you go into a Facebook chat, you don't have to have your camera on. We ask that everybody mutes their mic until it's actually time for you to speak. So you don't feel like you have to talk. You can sit there quietly. You let everyone else yap and chat to their heart's content. And if you want to join in, you join in. If you don't, you don't. And you can just sit there and listen to the rest of us while you're stitching. Because it's, especially for frog warts, competition time. It's like, stitch, faster, stitch. So yeah. So I have my proprietary cup of tea, which is still too hot to drink. And hubby's on dinner. Yay! I think last night we cheated. We had a really, really easy dinner, and it was just like what we call soupy noodles, which is basically just noodles in water, and hubby gets an extra cup of soup thrown into his. Yeah, seems to work. It was a really nice light meal. So yeah, that's it. That's today. Tomorrow is Friday. The weekends are not long enough. And next week has Australia Day, public holiday in it. I'm working, but it'll be an extra early start for me and an extra early finish for me as a result. So yeah, but still working 5 days a week. Poop. Alright.
Are you not going to go to work for 100 days?
Oh, I wish. I do have some leave coming up I need to put in for, but I was waiting to hear on the job application, so haven't heard. I'll put the application in for the leave and have some time off in February. Joyce. Alright, gonna go. Say goodbye. Gonna share a new bar of chocolate with Sophie. We were in the supermarket today and we've got a Kinder Tronky.
And we did.
Whatever the heck it is. It looks like a tree. It's a cocoa. It's a cocoa wafer with chocolate, milk and biscuit crumbs filling. I don't know. It could be like a mix between a Kinder Bueno and a Hippo. So I think it's a wafer outside with a Kinder kind of inner Tronky. We'll give it a go.
Yummy.
I'll share it with Sophie. The hippos are cool. I think it's maybe a more adult version of a hippo. Because, you know, adults, we eat hippos, don't we?
I have 4.
You've only 4?
Yeah.
4 what?
4 hippos.
You've only 4 hippos?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got hippos in the bath. Okay.
I got 1 big one and 3 baby ones.
That's right, and they squeak really, really well.
Yeah, but there are water in it.
Yes, they get water in it because they play in the bath.
Yeah.
But they're really, really squeaky. They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're little tiny hippos. They're really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know how bath toys get covered in or get filled inside with the black mold? It's a pain. There's no getting out of that, I don't think. I don't know why it happens. It's just rubber toys.
But Mummy, I think that big whale has yucky stuff in it.
Yes. There's no way to clean it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to clean it.
I think I tried
from the
soaking it in vinegar.
inside.
It didn't work. Alright. We are definitely going now. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
You're too close to the camera.
Bye.
Bye. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.